All right. Cool.
All right, we're live. Hello and welcome to the Superpower Dare Die team. I'm Peter.
And I'm Rick, and just testing 1, 2. We're live. We're live.
We
All right, here we go.
Okay, so today we are talking about Moon Knight,
episode
3.
3.
What was it called?
Don't remember, and I probably should have brought that up on the screen before.
For something, man.
Yeah, I thought it was almost going to be like the friendly man.
The friendly man. Yeah,
that was because I was thinking they were going to do the friendly ghost. Yeah, but the friendly
Casper.
Man. Yes,
Casper the friendly
exactly
ghost.
Like Casper.
So it starts out in an office, and Layla's getting some fake passports made by a mysterious hand, and that turns out to be an older lady who is probably a friend of her father's by the looks of things.
Something.
It was a bit mysterious. I don't know if it's a character from the comics or anything, but it was almost like a reveal of a character that I didn't know who it was, but it felt like it was supposed to be someone important. Just the way they did it, like they just showed the hands first. You didn't know who it was, and then
it could have been building up mystery. But I thought the same as you. I thought it could have been a character that we weren't aware of. But anyway.
Yeah. So then it cuts to the credits. And they're off to find Amit's tomb with the scarab. And I wondered, first I'd forgotten what the purpose of bringing her back was. I mean, of finding her was, but it's actually to bring her back.
Yeah.
They sort of revealed that later. But I think when I was first watching it, I couldn't work out what it was all about.
That's and just then the old person brain forgetting in 7 days.
Oscar Isaac is now Mark Spencer, so we have him chasing down some thugs to find out where Harrow and his team are.
Yeah.
A bit of parkour. Have to have parkour in a Marvel show and a Star Wars show these days.
I actually like that they did that part without him having to turn into Moon Knight. He just did it as, what is that horrible mug? That they didn't. I
broke my other one.
He didn't have to turn into Moon Knight. It was just him. Being athletic.
Well, he seems like he's a pretty tough guy when he's Mark Spencer. Yeah. He's a lot less likable than Steven as Mark Spencer. But he's tougher.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so then they have like little flashing scenes between Mark and Steven.
Oh, yeah. So this is an interesting part. Clever. Because when episode 1, when we had less idea of what was going on, it was Steven and Mark was still able to take control, but I thought this was a good little insight that something's going on because now Steven's able to take control when Mark's stressed out. Like there was a lot of that happening in that during that fight scene. Yeah,
and the editing sort of tricked you as well because at one point he was Steven, and then it cut to a scene of him chasing thugs, jumping over cars and things. And I thought Steven can't do this, and then when he spoke, it was Mark.
Yeah.
So that's
Didn't he wake up from the taxi? That was when he was on the taxi to the airport.
Yeah, but he was Mark. When he woke up, he was Mark, and then he got out of the car. Then he was chasing them again, and it was. I mean, he was Steven when he woke up in the taxi.
No, he wasn't. He was Mark.
He was
like, where are we going? He was. Where are we going? The airport. Stop the taxi. Get out. And
I thought that was Steven. No, I must have misheard the accent.
I must have fallen asleep. It's just not to say that this is bad. I'm enjoying it. I actually really like this episode. So
okay, but yeah, so they were. So he's just trying to find Harrow, and they're trying to work out a way to find him because the thugs he chases down aren't helpful. One of them falls to his death rather than tell him where Harrow is, what he's doing, and so the god. What's the god's name again? Khonshu says there's another way he can summon the gods, so he messes around with something, and they have like a meeting of the gods via their avatars.
Yep.
So
I like that scene. For some reason, I don't know. I'm not a big fan of Egyptian mythology or anything like that, but there's something that's drawing me into this. Maybe it's because of my lack of knowledge about it, so I can just get sucked into whatever they're telling me is real. But I like that scene where the avatars come in and there's the council. And again, Oscar Isaacs was particularly good in this scene where he was channeling Khonshu. That's all right. Yeah, channeling Khonshu, and with the where they're trying to decide whether Arnott, is it Arnott's? I can't remember the other.
Yeah, I think so.
Schwarzenegger, Arnold. Anyway, the other god should
Arthur.
be yes, Arthur Harrow should be, but the one he's Annett. Is it Annett? Annett. Why haven't I got this up on my screen? I'm so badly researched and prepared. But anyway, they're trying to work out whether that god is actually disobeying a rule and whether they should get expelled. And in that scene where they got the court scene happening, I liked it. But Khonshu comes
pretty easily persuaded, though, weren't they? For gods?
Yes. Ethan Hawke is a very persuasive man, and he came in as a stable mind, and even as the god Khonshu, he was not making a good argument. It was just like kind of yelling and screeching at people. But
you think that they'd know a bit more as gods? They'd know a bit more about what's going on.
No, you're thinking too much. It's not about thinking. It's about watching what's happening on screen and then accepting it and moving on to the next.
Sorry.
Action set.
So then
thinking.
So they don't charge Ethan Hawke's god because they don't think there's any evidence of any wrongdoing.
Yep.
But one of the gods was it Isis? The
I don't know. I don't know. I can't remember the god's name, but yes, her and Khonshu apparently were a little tight, and so she, I guess, gives him a favor by saying there's another way, and some other Safu or something like that, snafu. So then they've got to go to this person who, what's her name? Layla knew. Yeah, so Layla apparently has a past. So
Layla just shows up and finds him in the middle of a crowded area.
Well, that's why she got the passports. That's what I like about this episode. It was a kind of slow episode that revealed a bit more. It still left questions, but it kind of teases out a bit more about what's going on. So Layla, clearly an Egyptian who left for some reason. We found out her father was murdered, and that Mark Spector might have had something to do with that.
Yeah, but that's sort of later, isn't it? Oh, how did I get big?
That's what she's. Sorry, cut that one out. Oh, we can't. We're live. And so this felt like one of those kind of. It wasn't kind of a rest episode, but there wasn't as much going on because I was trying to fit in a bit more backstory so that other things made sense.
Yeah,
I think that's what it felt like.
Giving a little bit more information. So they crash a party because they're looking for Senfu's sarcophagus because apparently it's got like a map or a clue to where the other god is buried.
Arnott.
And so they crash a party. Layla knows the guy that's. Is it a party or is it just regular happening at his house? It's just.
I think this guy. I think they set him up as being super, super rich, and so he's learning how to do some sort of horse fighting.
Yeah.
And so they set that up as it's not a party. It's just this is a sort of going. This guy's so rich. This is what happens.
And so he's got these outdoor. Glass pyramids that he displays his priceless artifacts in with an open door, which I don't think would last for very long. I think it's a bit odd. They must have doors, but he's just got them open there.
I didn't pay attention to. I just was going with the story, like I don't think.
But I did like that bit where they go in to try and like look at this sarcophagus, and like Mark has to use. Stephen to try and work out the code because they can't find anything in there. There's a bit of a folding up of a piece of material.
Folding up of the material. I'll just at this point Hello, Molly, our only viewer.
Hello, Molly.
As usual.
No, there's 2 people watching.
And I agree that they're making something from a lesser-known character, I guess. They're making something engaging from a lesser-known character because I want to follow this story. I want to find out a bit more. I've read a little bit now about Moon Knight. He's kind of I think Marvel didn't know what to do with character. He's been reinvented a few times, so I'm kind of liking. I guess they're establishing this as his kind of character. I still don't get. Oh no, there was a bit of something. I was going to say I didn't know his powers, but except for parkour. But then, what's his name? Khonshu mentioned something about his healing. You'd be nothing without my healing cloak or whatever it is. And then so there was a fight scene at the rich guy's museum.
So before that, though, Ethan Hawke shows up and sells his ideas to the owner of the place, and then he just destroys the sarcophagus and takes off, and then a fight breaks out between that guy's goons and Moon Knight. Summons a suit while Layla tries to recover the cloth
bits of material. Yeah.
And so he's getting spears through it.
I don't know because I think Stephen took over.
Yeah, for a little bit.
So Stephen took over for a second and then gets speared and then just goes, Mark, take over. Yeah. But
I didn't find that fight scene overly engaging. I just thought it was pretty standard, and I wasn't getting overly excited by it.
It was there to be there, like a lot of those sort of things are. There was something I was going to say in there, but I forgot. Did I write it in my notes? No. But there was
move along.
No, because I was going somewhere before.
Oh, sorry.
When he turned into Moon Knight. Okay, let's move along.
Well, when he's Moon Knight and he turns into Stephen, he goes back to that sort of
to the other one. I think that's a bit of
a different suit. Like it's like more of a formal suit.
From what I've read, that's a nod to another character in the comics that they have introduced in that way. Like apparently,
but I think when I guess that's what they're saying. When Stephen's in the suit, that's what he looks like. That's how we differentiate between the two, I suppose. So then they escape from the goons. They win the fight. They go, and they're trying to work out the code using the material. It's not material. It's something I've forgotten what it's called.
A cloth, whatever it is.
It's a proper Egyptian term. I can't think of it. And so he summons Stephen to work out the cipher, and Stephen does it like this. Like he's pretty knowledgeable. I'm sorry to be cynical, but he's pretty knowledgeable for a dude that couldn't get a job outside the souvenir shop in a museum.
That's because he's a nerd. He's a nerd. You can't get a job if you're a nerd.
But he's just talking, and he doesn't look like he's doing anything. And then he holds it up, and he's got it in a perfect star.
Yeah.
And he's got it right. And so they work out that they can't find the coordinates to the sarcophagus for the god because
based on that skyline,
the skyline has changed over years. So Khonshu has the ability to turn back the night sky, but if he does that, there's going to be a penalty for him. But he does it, and she uses the night sky app, I suppose it is, and finds the coordinates. And
I think was that the Disney Night Sky app?
Yeah,
I think I saw a Disney logo on there.
Little ad pops up. So, and then the other gods, you see it, you cut to the other gods in their avatars, and they imprison Khonshu into a little statue.
Well, to be fair, he was given a warning at that.
Yeah, he was.
Council meeting.
He was.
And so now you messed with us once by doing the eclipse. You can't do that. Don't do it again. And he did it again by turning the night sky back. So I found this to be So I found this to be an interesting character development for the Khonshu one, because in the other ones he just seemed like an idiot. Someone pushed it back. This time he had purpose, and he was willing to sacrifice himself.
Yeah, he did
for the better good.
like it didn't really feel. Well, I didn't really care that he was a statue because I don't really care for that character. Like, because you said he's been a bit of an idiot.
Yeah, but at the same time,
but
I
now
thought it was
like if it was a character that you had some investment in and cared about, it would have been felt more, of a hit. Oh no, now we've got a character that is like this statue.
I don't think we're supposed to care for him.
Yeah, but I reckon it would have been better if they'd made him a character that we'd invested in, and that way that would mean more. Oh no, we've lost this valuable member of the team, or this character I really like as a statue now. How are they going to save him? Or it's just this guy was a bit annoying. Now he's a little statuette. But we do find out that Arthur is working with one of the other gods, because we see them at the end in the pyramid again talking, and he shows him the statue. So I reckon that was part of the reason why he got off so easily, because I think that he's in cahoots with that other god.
Well, like the kind of head one.
Yeah. That's the impression I got.
Okay. Oh, okay. I didn't. I was just like, maybe I'm just not thinking. That's the theme of my. That's the theme. Not thinking.
Well, I thought that they look pretty cozy together talking about it. Okay. And here he is, and he sort of looks at him and the statue, Ethan Hawke, and he says, "Oh, when I was your avatar, I really enjoyed the killing or whatever."
I thought that was just more going into gloat. It's just like you've lost now. You've lost now, old god, and as the new one, sucked in, and you just
he's like, he's basically saying, "You made me like this."
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
So I like the episode. Like, I've enjoyed this series so far.
Yeah, I found this episode really long. Like, I looked at the end, and I wanted to see if it was longer than the other two. It wasn't. Like, the last episode was 52 minutes as well. I just found it a bit drawn out, I think, and I was ready for it to finish. And I was just wondering, I guess I said last week too, where's it going? And I sort of felt, I don't know, I think it needed a bit more pep or something. That's just me.
Yeah, it is just you. Me and the other person who likes the show. We think that it's really good. So I enjoyed it because I like that kind of, they've got the big mystery that they're revealing. It's like peeling an onion, a bit more off. I agree in some way. I was writing down my notes. It's like, this is episode 3, so we're halfway through.
Oh, is it confirmed 6 episodes?
I think we did, didn't we?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know, but you confirmed it, but yeah.
We'll fact check a bit more, but I think it was 6.
Yeah.
And so we're halfway through, and it's kind of still feels like the mystery is unraveling. So they've got kind of the next 3, and I think that episode 4 will still be a little bit more mystery, and then they'll bring it home in 5 and 6. But there's a couple of scenes I really there was just little things in this. So back at the parkour scene where Mark was beating up the people that killed the person he wanted to question about where Harrow was, and so they had the fight scene, and then there's that classic, the bad guy gets his knife out, licking the knife, and so he's doing the show off, licking the knife, and Mark just starts punching him in the face.
Yeah, that was funny. That was a bit Indiana Jones, wasn't it?
Yes, it was. And I still that whole thing that they do with the reflective surfaces.
Yeah, I like that. That's a good effect.
As Stephen, I would think I would avoid looking into them, because I avoid looking into reflective surfaces all the time, because like every time I look in, I just see the thin guy in me just going, "Let me out! Let me out!" Not that I wish it was.
But you'd think it would be Mark that would avoid it, wouldn't you? Because he doesn't want to be distracted.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. Oh, I was going to say Stephen. I meant Mark.
Yeah,
Mark should be just not. Yeah. But sometimes you just can't when you're looking into a nice shiny knife.
Yeah.
And there was a scene. I can't remember the scene. Maybe it was where the gods met, and it just kind of reminded me of I was going, is that the set they used for The Mummy with Brendan Fraser?
Yeah.
Kind of like the ending scene.
TV budget doesn't have the same budget as the movies.
Yeah.
But I just I didn't dislike it. I don't know. It just felt very long, and like I'm really only enjoying Stephen as a character. I haven't really invested in any of the other characters yet.
Yeah, I like Ethan Hawke's character, Arthur Harrow. He's appropriately creepy and evil, and but can pull the wool over everyone's eyes. I guess maybe I'm just a standard two-dimensional character type of person. Like, I still think Stephen is my favourite because I like Oscar Isaacs when he's in that role, but he did a good job as Mark.
He's the most sympathetic character, anyway.
That's probably what it is.
Yeah.
But so I'm still saying, if I was going to rate the episodes so far out of 10 stars, whatever out of 10s, I think this to me is a consistent around about 8 out of 10s.
I'd probably go a bit lower than that. 8's pretty good. I'm not saying I dislike it, but
you're not excited for it as I am.
It's not blowing me away yet, but maybe the second half of the season is going to be better.
Yeah. If they continue along this way and just keep little reviews going, at some stage Layla's going to have to find out that Mark was involved with her dad's death.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what I was going to say before that little reveal.
Yeah.
Mm.
We don't know how, do we? We don't know.
Oh, but it was quite obvious that
the
way Harrow was talking, there was something to do with it. So yeah, I'm going to go. Still recommending, still liking, and I'm sticking with my 8.
Yeah, 8.
Yeah.
Well, I think that might be it.
I reckon we're done.
Sad to hear that Gilbert Gottfried died. I thought that was a bit of a surprise this morning.
Is he the finance guy?
No, I don't think so. He was a comedian and actor, and he was the voice of Iago in Aladdin. He did Cyber Chase. He's got a podcast which is really quite good. Him and another guy just talking to like older movie stars and things, and movie makers. That was a bit of a surprise this morning to find that out. The minute you see his picture, you'll know who he is.
Well,
67. Yeah, it's a bit sad. But anyway,
thanks for finishing on a high.
Thank you for watching our video. If you like our videos, please like them, please comment on them, please subscribe. You can follow us on Facebook, Instagram, or on Twitter. And
if you have a million friends out there, just tell them. A million friends, that's all we want.
A million friends. Tell them to subscribe. Yeah. And well, I'll definitely see you next week. We're not sure about Rick at this stage because you're going on a holiday, but
yes, I will be away with probably
see what we can do.
Internet connection. So Molly, sorry, we might not be able to do it it might be a Saturday job, or maybe not. Anyway, we'll see. We'll work it out.
Or I might do it on the Wednesday and get Molly to write lots of questions.
Okay. That would do.
That might do. All right. Thank you.
All right. Cheers, everyone.
See you next time.
See ya.